Hello, hello, hello. We are here to talk about 2017's movies.
Yes, it is Christmas time and we are back with another present to you all from Gertless Gaming.
What a fucking gift this is. We are going to be going through our top 5 films of 2017. Always hard to condense it into 5 because you want to go 10, you want to be stuff. Then, but we don't want to. We're filtering it down to the best, so we're doing 5.
We struggle to keep these to a reasonable length as it is, so we're not going to do 10.
But before we go into our 5, luckily our 5s don't cross over too much because we have eclectic taste in movies. Or you think one of us is a moron and not, whatever. But before we go into that, we're going to talk about the big whomper in the room, Last Jedi.
Yes, so basically, we don't know when this video is going to drop, but we are recording it on the 8th of December, which means The Last Jedi has not been released, and we are both going to watch it. I'm going to watch it on the 14th. You're going to watch it at some point.
Shit story, actually. I'm going to quickly do it, though. Had ticket. Was going to go watch it on the 15th of December. My wife is throwing a spanner in the works and getting a toy poodle and needs me to sign the paper or whatever. It's a whole toy poodle Star Wars thing.
Dogs, they ruin everything, trust me. They do. So, unfortunately, it's not going to be on our top 5 list, but it probably will be. But
would Force Awakens have made your 2015 list?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it wouldn't have made mine, but...
Yeah. But then I don't remember what else was out at that point. I've forgotten. Anyway, so...
So yeah, it isn't going to feature in the list, but we're going to bloody give it a preview.
We're looking forward to it. We won't go on too long about it, but I think that it looks good. I mean, one of the big things for me that's fueling my expectations of it is the fact that Rian Johnson, the director, has been I was going to say awarded then, but he's been given a new Star Wars trilogy to direct, hasn't he?
Yes. You
know about this, don't you?
Is it official?
Yeah, apparently.
So he's not doing the one after Last Jedi.
It's a unrelated. Sorry, it's a non-Skywalker trilogy. And Rian Johnson, the guy who's directing Last Jedi, is going to be directing all 3 of those movies. Obviously, provided they don't sack him like they do most fucking directors. But for me, that means they must like what they see.
I think Last Jedi, it will be good. I hope it's got twists. I hope it's got brutal twists.
Well, it's tried with the trailer to make you think there's a twist for the whole. I need somebody to show me my way, and then a really bad edit of Kylo Ren in a completely different environment. Yeah, holds his hand out. Why is it not snowing here or ash or whatever the fuck that is?
I hope Kylo Ren doesn't turn good, and I do hope Rey turns bad. So,
mate, I personally, I think they're gonna flip. I think Kylo will become the good guy.
I don't think they will, for the reason that Hollywood is striving to making big steps to get female leads, and if the female lead turns into an uber bitch, is it a case of the men have handed it back to the boys? It's gone back to the boys. The boys. Yeah. So I think I'd love it if they did, because there's nothing wrong with if Rey turns into an uber ass kicking female baddie, fair fucking play to her. She'll make the 3rd film fucking even better, but being the baddie, and but whatever. But it looks good, and the porg things look quite cool.
Yeah, what is this? Like a weird guinea pig type thing.
Yeah, fucking massive spider eyes.
So that looks interesting.
But yeah, so
and also the big question is Princess Leia. How are they going to deal with it? It's very much hinted in the movie that Kylo Ren's about to blow her up, but it's too obvious.
It's too obvious. But I think it looks good. Another film. A colleague of mine, Kevin Wilson, Dirty Ape, poster artist. He is rattling on at me not to forget about fucking Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. I think it looks terrible, but he has gone and concocted, he's found all this buzz that's coming out, and he reckons it's going to be like a movie, a year beater.
What I will say...
Also not on our list.
What I will say, and I know this does not by any means constitute a definite good movie, it does have The Rock in it. I like The
Rock was in a film called Welcome to the Jungle, and it was fucking brilliant. It's not as good as this one.
Welcome to the Jungle was brilliant. That was brilliant. And it's also got Kevin Hart in it. I love Kevin Hart.
I don't like Kevin Hart.
You don't?
No.
You don't like him?
I find him funny.
Oh my god, have you seen his stand-up? No. His stand-up's brilliant, honestly. It really is. But what I will say is that, I can't remember what it's called now, but it was the Central Intelligence, whatever it was. Yeah. That wasn't very good. And that was disappointing because it was them two together, and I thought this was going to be amazing, but it wasn't.
That's the those are two films I think aren't going to make our list, but could potentially.
No. And one as well that we did talk about before, and that we both didn't get around to watch was Detroit, wasn't it? Which
we're sorry.
Really does look like a good film.
In fact,
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to speak for you as well. I think we've actually missed a lot of this year.
Yeah.
We haven't watched many of the Oscar / more art housey movies. We haven't seen The Phantom Thread. Paul Thomas Anderson film isn't out yet. Yeah. We haven't seen Killing Sacred Deer yet. It was the Colin Farrell fucked up-a-thon.
What was the Peter Jackson movie as well?
Peter Jackson?
Yeah, Peter Jackson's done a movie, hasn't he? No! Why did I say Peter Jackson? No, shit.
This is bad TV.
Guillermo del Toro.
The Shape of Water.
That's the one, yeah.
Shape of Water.
I don't know why I said Peter Jackson.
I haven't seen Mother yet. So there are films, more art housey ones we haven't seen yet, but I do usually pick those films up the year after.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will be watching, Detroit. I will be watching Mother. I will be watching The Shape of Water. I will be watching Coco and things next year.
However, they are not on our
list. Sorry.
Our top 5 movies is so if it's not yours, don't worry about it. Just put in the comments. I like these movies. Don't come at us like some kind of Yeti. Internet maniac. Exactly, a Yeti. That's what you are. Don't be a Yeti. Be spaghetti.
Jesus. Right. I need to hear your number 5.
So, my number 5. Now, in my head, I'm not quite decided on the order, so I'm just going to spit them out. My number 5...
I'm a bit stuck on mine. That's why you lose me. I'm thinking a bit more.
Yeah, it's hard for me because there's 2 movies
it's just so hard
that are both superhero movies, so people are going to be like, I thought commercial, but that's what I like, right? So, deal with it.
I'm thinking a bit.
I don't know which way to put them round. So, I'm going to say... My number 5 is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, you alright?
I've gone there. I'm putting it in.
Very good film.
Thor Ragnarok was my film. Now, me and Sean had a discussion about this, and I did mention it was going to be my top 5, and Sean didn't agree, which is fine because that's
Sean's opinion.
That's what we want, is a bit of discussion. Now, I personally, I don't think it's the greatest film ever made, but I did find it incredibly
Is it
entertaining.
your top 5 Marvel films of all time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Top 5 is hard. Don't put me on the spot, but
you're just on a bit.
Guardian of the Galaxy, Iron Man 1, Thor Ragnarok, Captain America, Winter Soldier,
Civil War.
Winter Soldier's better than Civil War.
Yes, it was.
Civil War. If you take
Watch Civil War again.
If you take out the airport scene,
watch Civil War again.
Winter Soldier was better.
Watch it again. Watch Winter Soldier again.
I don't need to watch it again. I know. Anyway, so yeah, for me, number 5 is going to be Thor Ragnarok.
You are on a bit of a lot of what we do in the shadows. Flight of the Conchords.
I love that. Hunt the Wilder People was so good. I love
the paedophile scene.
Taka.
Beautiful New Zealand name, which you're never going to get.
Watiki, innit? That's it. Taka Watiki.
Him, that bloke. He's a fucking genius.
Brilliant.
Hollywood is better with him in it.
Yeah, brilliant in.
He makes Hollywood better.
We like you.
But no, Thor was good. I liked it too.
Retweet us there.
I liked it too.
I really liked it. I thought it had its problems, and we mentioned on the last vlog about it. So I'm not going to go into too much detail.
But the good bits were.
But it was highly entertaining.
It's an action comedy film.
Yes. Number 5.
Number 5 for me is Baby Driver, Edgar Wright's first film in the last 6-7 years. Can't remember what it is. It's a great crime film. It's a cool as fuck crime film. And technically, because I'm a bit of a film buff, I don't know how he did that. I don't know how he made that film. If that doesn't get an Oscar for sound editing, then there's so then that's because my number 4 probably will get it, which you'll hear in a minute. But it's fun. It's really good. Great performances from Ansel, the chap from What We See in the Stars, whatever it's called. Great performance from John Hamm. Apologies. A great performance from Kevin Spacey as a kind of sympathetic father figure.
I thought. Sorry, I shouldn't butt in when you're talking. I thought Kevin Spacey phoned that one in a bit.
No, because his performance was so understated because it was kind of like he was the crime boss, but then also he was a kind of a father figure to him in a weird way, and it was a really complex performance, and great. That's why he's just a great actor. He's gone now.
I saw that, but it felt very much like, I know, ignore the accent, but it felt very much like the same performance he gives in House of Cards. For me, it didn't feel.
The film was great, and the film was good because it had great sound editing. The soundtrack was cool. It wasn't the best soundtrack ever.
I was really disappointed with it because I heard so much about it. I didn't think it was like a lot of people. I heard people saying it was better than the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack from the first movie.
The thing, I don't know why people said that because you couldn't sit and walk dogs. You couldn't walk to work or walk your dogs, listen to that because you need to film. Yeah. So why people say, oh, you need to listen? No, you need to have the film because it is a compliment to the film. And the way the beats and the way the film ties in with all the soundtrack choices it's like an opera. It's so good. It'll get better with every watch. And that's my number 5.
I think I need to watch it again.
It's David Lynchian and wish fulfillment and the way the relationship with the bird works out. And I was just bowled away by it.
I think what hurt me with it was the hype. Because by the time I got around to watching it, it was so hyped. I didn't find it life-changing. I just thought,
Jamie Foxx is a scary character in it too. Underrated performance from him. Very scary. That's my number 5. But I think number 4 will take the sound editing Oscar, which we'll hear about in a minute.
Okay.
What's your number 4? Veer.
My number 4 is... My number 4 is...
Oh, man. What else blithering on? You should have...
I know, I should have been thinking about this. But I wanted to listen to you. My number 4 is going to be... Wonder Woman.
Cool. No superhero film in town.
I know, unfortunately. And I resisted the urge of putting another superhero movie technically on there, which I know you've got in yours. So, which you're probably going to hate me for not
I haven't got any superhero films in this.
Haven't you?
I think
so. Shit! So, anyway, I'm going to say Wonder Woman. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Wonder Woman's amazing, but it was a great performance by shit. Gal Gadot.
Good evening.
Gal Gadot. Shit, man, this is bad. What is it? Gadot. Is it Gadot?
Yeah, she's Israeli.
I know she's Israeli, but I didn't know that.
Fucking do you?
Does it have to be
Do
Ot?
you know these things?
Does it have to be Ot if they're Israeli?
Yes, it's Israeli.
Sorry, it's not a goat, it's a god.
Wait, it's not a fucking goat because his name's not spelled G-O-A-D-T.
Gadot. Are you sure?
Don't make me...
We can have an argument about it.
Well, I do now.
We'll prove it.
In front of everyone.
So, yeah, I thought Gal Gadot was good. I thought Matey Boy from Star Trek was
lovely, old-fashioned. He's a good old-fashioned actor. He gives an old-fashioned charm. Chris Pine gives an old-fashioned charm to Kirk, doesn't he? Lovely scenes, lovely romance scenes between them, and
it was good and it was entertaining. Like the bit when they're on the boat when they're travelling from the place where she lives, which I've forgotten the name of. It was sorry, some music in the background. What was that? Some kind of twinkle. But yeah, it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, and I thought that the action scenes were great. I thought it's done like we were talking earlier about how Hollywood's trying to sort of push more strong female roles, and I've said it a million times. My biggest problem with when they try and make a decent female character is when they try when it feels like they've cast a woman in a man's role, and I don't mean in the sense of like well I don't mean it in like a sexist comment. What I mean by that is it's almost like when they wrote the script they'd written it with a man in mind, and then when they come to cast it they go, oh shit, we should probably change it to a woman. They take like it feels like it's just trying to prove or show a strong woman but by doing manly things, and it's like the strength of a woman is not measured by how manly they can be. Do you know what I mean? It should be who?
Gal
is she? I mean, she's not. She doesn't look muscular. She doesn't look.
Fuck out of you.
Yeah, but I don't mean it like that. But I mean, she looks athletic, but she doesn't look like. I'm trying to think of a muscular woman, but like she doesn't look like one of the gladiators from back in the day. Jet. Yeah.
Jet. Who would win? Incidentally, who would win in a fight between Jet and Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman.
I think Jet.
She's old now. She's a mum now.
Back in the day, she would won.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get those fucking thighs on your neck, you're dead.
She's
Wonder Woman, Superman, whatever.
So, that's what I'm going to say on it. Wonder Woman was good, it was fun. Really the ending was a bit of a letdown.
It's a loud ending. Loud Marvel DC ending. I had a problem with her motley crew as well. I think Spud, I think his name's Ewan Brenner, his character was a big dog.
He was.
Dud. No time for you. So I wasn't a massive fan of her motley crew. No. I think actually I could have watched her and Chris Pine go for the...
Yeah.
But the trenches scene is probably my scene of the year.
Excellent. And I think it really helped. I mean, I don't want to go say as much as that the DC Cinematic Universe was dead, but it was slowly, or quite rapidly.
It's getting picked on.
It was rapidly falling down the hill, wasn't it? And it was at that point where we were waiting for that. They decided not to carry on because they'd already started cancelling movies, didn't they?
Have they?
Well, the Cyborg movie had been like shelved or something.
So it should.
But I think that's brought it back on board, and it did help Justice League be a better movie because of it.
Because she's good. You're really good at impressions. Can you do an impression of the Wonder Woman theme tune? Where it goes... when she starts getting angry.
It sounds a little bit like the fucking Led Zeppelin song,
going back to Thor, actually, my only beef was they kept using the immigrant song from Led Zeppelin in Thor.
Did you see that thing when Jack Black was called out?
I know, he had a beef with him. Chris had really nice beef. Chris Hemsworth was being quite nice about it. I think Jack Black's been
I love it. I love it. He was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro, but yeah, why not? Chris Hemsworth was awesome.
Was Jack Black drunk or something?
I think he was just trying to have a laugh and also get his name and relevancy. So Chris Hemsworth's like one of the most famous men on the planet right now. Hey, you. I hate you. A bit like people that call out people on YouTube and just start like saying they're going to fight them and stuff like that. But hey, who am I to judge?
That was not your number 4. Right, my number 4 is Dunkirk. Wow, what a movie. What a movie. It's just a great film.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's a technical... I went to watch it in IMAX. Technical masterpiece in the sense that it's a really... amazing mood about it, foreboding as hell. The way it looks is so bleak, but it is a simple tale of 3 parts: air, land with the soldiers, and sea with Mark Rylance, his lovely little man. And it's just a really good film. I think I walked out of it blown away. The sound takes you, because Tom Hardy plays the pilot, and the dog fights are amazing. It's realistic. It makes you so like it's just a journey you go on, and it's definitely the best war films I've ever seen. If not one of the best war films I've ever seen. When I walked out of the cinema, I'm like, and I'm not afraid to say this because I think Saving Private Ryan is a film of good moments, not a great film. Disagree, don't you? But it's better than Saving Private Ryan. It's better than Saving Private Ryan because it's just more realistic. It's more realistic. It just doesn't fuck about. It's so. And I walked out of it, and my wife she was just kind of a bit quiet in the car. She goes. I just spent £40 to go watch a film because fucking IMAX. And she goes, I don't think IMAX brought anything to the experience. I'm like, for fuck's sake, it fucking did. It did.
What are you talking about?
You still can't hear properly because it was so you were like in a fucking. It's like you were on those beaches. It was so realistic. But what a movie! And Chris, that's embarrassing. I forgot what name was. Christopher Nolan. Just that is such an achievement. I think he'll miss out on all the Oscars. And it's a bit meh when you see a war film get an Oscar anyway. It's been done, but he'll get the sound editing Oscar for that one, I think.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. How was Harry Styles?
Fine. He was just a bit of a sneery soldier to the He was like the antithesis to the main lad who's in that Killing of a Sacred Deer, which I really want to watch. He's antithesis to that character in the sense that he's like. There's a bit of a 3-way going on with this. There's a guy we don't trust. They think a German or whatever, and he's just the look out for himself type one. But there's a scene where he excels when they go and they're in a ship getting their bread and jam and the water floods in.
So can he act?
Yeah, I suppose he can, but these aren't scenes they're in. These aren't. They're not scenes. They're moments. Yeah. It's a very realistic film in the sense it could have.
Yeah, it's more like it's trying to.
Could have been filmed at the time. It feels like.
It's trying to demonstrate the horrors of war, isn't it?
So he's reacting a lot. He's reacting. He's given a situation.
He's like,
was it Joey's event? But acted, reacted.
That's it.
He's reacting.
What a movie! I suppose it's probably not hard because if there is loud bangs, you're gonna go, oh fuck! Do you know what I mean?
But I think there could be best supporting actor nominations: Tom Hardy and Mark Rylance there, and Kenneth Branagh, because Kenneth Branagh's got a beautiful role in that.
Excellent.
What a film!
I'm gonna watch it. I just didn't get time.
Don't worry, because IMAX brings nothing to it. So just watch it on your fucking laptop
on the phone. So that was your number 4, wasn't it? So.
Time to think what number 3 is.
While
you're talking.
My number 3 is a bit of a left fielder. My number 3 is The Big Sick. I talked about it before. I thought it was an absolutely beautiful. You described it perfectly as an offbeat comedy, but it is a. You could argue it's a romantic comedy, but it's not an in-your-face romantic comedy. It's not a stupid I've lost my memory and now I'm going to pretend, Overboard. Do you remember that movie?
While you were sleeping.
Oh yeah, they all lose their memory. See, it's what it's all about. They lose their memory, and then someone pretends to be their fucking partner. It's quite creepy, isn't it? It makes you wonder what women really do fantasize about, knocking people out to the point they don't know who their husbands are.
Predatory, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the Big Sick. It's nice to see. I don't want to get all preaching bollocks like that, but it's nice to see, a main character of I think he's Pakistani race, all descent. I mean, he's from America, but it touches on the Pakistani culture, and it is a plot device because it's talking about how
the dinner table, the family,
his marriage is sort of pre-arranged sort of thing to a degree, but it's not. It's laughing at what people have to go through who are obviously of that culture but don't really. They're just going along with it to please their parents.
They're very well. They're more westernized.
But it's not laughing at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not. And I've got no look. If you are of a culture or sex or race and you want to take the piss out of your own people, more power to you. But you get those programs what you call it? I forgot what it's called, but the old English channel TV show that used to really take the mick out of sort of that culture, wasn't it? I can't remember what it's called now, but there was, it's really taking the mick out of the Indian sort of culture and whatnot.
Oh, he's
so same sort of people.
Yeah.
Same sort of people. I've made that sound really bad. I meant it's the group of people.
They mean
I didn't mean it to sound
as well. Yeah.
It's the same.
Goodness gracious
group
me.
Goodness gracious me, exactly.
It's been chewing the fat, taking me out the Scottish.
Exactly.
Loads of sitcoms taking me out different races.
But this is not laughing at really rinsing the culture.
I've seen bits of it. It's cool.
And it's a really good film. And oh god, what's his name? I forgot his first name, but his second name is Nanjiani, the lead actor. He's got this sort of charm about him which makes him compelling to watch, and it's made me want to watch Silicon Valley, which is he's in.
Yeah, I mean that's getting TV show of the year.
Exactly. So more power to him as well, and I hope to see him in more things. Cool. So that is my number 3.
My number 3 is Logan.
It is on your list then.
Yeah, Logan is on my list. Yeah, you whispered it. Logan is Logan on your list.
It's not on my list. Logan's not made it to my list.
You like Logan, didn't you?
I really liked it. It just.
Curious why you put Wonder Woman in Thor 4.
Because I found them more entertaining. I thought Logan was a better.
I watched Logan twice. It's so good.
I thought Logan was a better film from a filmmaking perspective. But I actually enjoyed the others more. I'm basing it on how much I enjoy the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
Logan is a phenomenal film. It's got a great tone to it. I know the violence is. I was, oh my god, it's so violent. Yeah, it is violent, but I've seen more violent. But it's really good. Even when Logan's at its worst, and I think the reveal of the bad Logan is a bit.
I liked it. The fight scene. I didn't mind it.
It was an invincible fight scene. But it was quite good. It's just violent, and I love the little girl, and she's so good.
Yeah. Really
what a great actress, and it had a bit of a. It was a dark old story, and just really good, like a road movie. It was like a western, a bit like Shane. It was a bit like a western. It was a bit like a load of things, load of genres. James Mangold can direct. That's.
So sorry about the edit there. I've not edited it out because, well, I want to explain. That was my wife who is in New York for the weekend, and she's just told me that she's been watching some movies on the plane. And guess what one of those movies was? Fucking Dunkirk, which is a movie which I have deliberately not watched because I've been waiting to watch it with my wife because it's one of those movies we wanted to watch together. Why is it that we have to wait for them? But then when they get the opportunity to watch it, they just go off and watch it. You know when you're watching Game of Thrones together and you're like, oh yeah, we need to watch that episode because you didn't get to watch it on the night it came out. So you're like, oh, we better watch that Game of Thrones episode tonight. And they go, oh no, I watched it when you were out at football.
Harry was a drop kicker. But yeah, on to Logan 3, James Mangold did a fantastic job. He's now back being a hot director in Hollywood. Again, and I think Logan was a very nice end to Wolverine's a cool character and all, but that was the best Wolverine outing of all.
It's a question for you. Wolverine's dead, so it's
spoiler alert.
But he's come back to life in the comics. Brought him back now, hasn't he?
How did he die in the comics?
I don't remember. I didn't read the comics, but I just know that he died in the comics as well. Anyway, the question I've got is, obviously Hugh Jackman's now finished with the franchise, not going to be Wolverine anymore. However, the rumours are that Disney are in the process of negotiating the purchase of Fox.
Right.
If they buy Fox, you can guarantee they're going to try and bring the X-Men into the whole...
Because the X-Men films are dying a bit anyway,
Yeah.
aren't they? The Dark Phoenix looks awful.
But, yes, you know, straight away you go, well, if they bring Wolverine in, they want a different actor. But do you think they would try and bring Hugh Jackman in?
They've got to bring Jackman back.
Do you think he would do it? If they said, well,
he's down for 30 minutes,
we want to bring you in to the next... I mean, I think it's probably too late for him to come into Infinity War, but...
I think he's made comments about the MCU before, and he'd like to be in it. I think
it's more historic than the X-Men movies. Sorry, but it is, isn't it? It's more.
Yeah, so I'd be up for that, and if they did, because
what they did the Deadpool X-Men, Deadpool Wolverine buddy movie.
He also said that never happened. It's a funny one, really.
Because what's his name? Well, I do like Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds.
He was getting on when he was
Ryan Reynolds. I love the fact that he's like apparently like just keeps popping up everywhere that Hugh Jackman is. Like every time he's on the red carpet, he just pops up to him and starts trying to.
Oh, does he?
But he does it in front of all the cameras. He's like, "Come on, what about that Deadpool Wolverine movie?" Like puts him on the spot in front of him.
Well, it'd be interesting, but
he's a funny guy.
But yeah, that's my number 3. It's Logan, and yes, quite a few questions as well.
There we go. Now,
this is interesting, isn't it?
Our number 2 and number 1 are exactly the same.
Do you want to say our number 2 at the same time?
Go on then.
It. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know we were counting in.
That's not the first time that's happened.
Really? Is it though? Is it? It's fucking it.
I was going to say Blade Runner just to take the piss, but you just went in like your Tourette's kicked in, didn't it? Fuck off. So it is our second. Is our number 2.
It's I'm going to be that guy because I don't care. It's like my favourite book of all time, probably. And the film didn't disappoint me, which is quite hard, really. There were bits that disappoint me, but on the most part, it was a fun, could be scarier, but fun, good, nostalgic movie.
I thought it was incredible. I loved it. I mean, it really does feel like a complimentary piece alongside Stranger Things. I mean, you know, it could be the same bloody universe.
It was a clever move, really. You know, the book was set in 2 time periods: the 1950s and the 1980s / 90s. But what they've done here is they've set it in the
80s.
In the 80s and moved it over to the and then the new one will come out will be set in the noughties. But because of the success of it that we love, I think the sequel is going to be heavily including the kids against it. I think the adults won't.
I feel like what went really well with it, and I may be talking bullshit now, but what I like about Stranger Things is that not only is it obviously heavily sort of based in the 80s, it feels like not only have they based in the 80s, but they've tried to replicate the sort of filming styles and that of the time. Yeah, so it feels like it could be from the 80s. And it feels very much like that as well. It feels very much like the way that the shots... It feels like not in a graphical sense, even though it does have, obviously, in particular, that one scene in the bathroom is quite gory. What I liked about it from a horror perspective, even though I didn't, like you said, it wasn't like overly scary, but it felt like more of a throwback to really 80s horror movies and that sort of era of like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, where the horror was very creative. Like it even though it's not the same, like the whole way, like, you know, the thing came out the plug hole and that, is those sort of
the projector scene was phenomenal. Yeah,
and it reminded me of sort of like when, like, I think it's the second Nightmare on Elm Street where at the start the lad's having the dream and he's in the house, and then that big fucking like worm version of Freddy Krueger comes out, and it's all like those. It's almost those creative ways of depicting fear, and it's not like the 90s had some good horror movies, and you know, Scream was a good movie when it came out, but then it all become about gore, and it all become about slasher. It all become about, like, you know, I even like Saw, and I like Hostel. They're good movies, but they're all about gore.
body horror.
Pain, isn't it? Do you know, they're not about fear. I mean, there is
fear.
fear.
The French started the body horror.
Yeah.
The French started that, and the Americans picked it up and have still been running with it.
Yeah, and I really like this. It's that sort of thing, that kind of weird.
Just wholesome, isn't it?
Oh, it's so good. And,
really good.
And the lad, the Skarsgård, I've forgotten his first name. It's Bill, isn't it? Bill Skarsgård, isn't it?
Alice.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Bill's the dad, isn't it?
Bill's the dad, and he's called Alice.
He's popped up in Atomic Blonde as well, hasn't he? You haven't seen it, have you? But he's actually in that.
Shit.
But he's in that, and he's okay.
But it's a good movie. It's scary. It's creepy, and I want to see.
Have you seen?
I want to see more of it.
Have you seen that clip? I think I did actually tag you in it on Facebook with when they replace the clown
Jar Jar
with Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Hello, Georgie, Mr. Jar Jar Binks. That was so good. That was so good.
Oh, great! I would watch it again now. Actually, it's such a
it is really good, and even like I like the moments in the film where it wasn't all about the clown.
The scarier bits are with the humans and what humans can do to the kids.
The rock fight.
The
rock fight on the stream was fucking brilliant. I really liked that scene, you know. And then the kid goes a bit like nuts, doesn't he? And obviously attacks him down by the well and whatnot.
Yeah, it's dark, really dark.
It's dark, but yeah, for me, it was very close to being my number one movie. If I'm honest with you, very close. But it wasn't able to get number one because
once
there was
again,
one movie.
our number one is the same as each other. We've come aligned.
Exactly.
Are we doing a countdown? Can we ask? Can we?
Nah, that movie is Blade Runner 2049.
Fucking. It's so good. It makes me feel poorly.
Yeah. Now we never actually gave a review of this because we talked a lot about the hype it was getting, but we never actually gave our.
I went to cinema and I was just mesmerised by it.
It was stupendous. Now I'm not going to go as far as to say we did talk about at the time that some reviews were saying it was better than the original. I don't agree with that because I think the original is a masterpiece. I think it's the bed in as well. But I really liked it, and one of the things I liked about it so much is I'm convinced by this. I think you could sit and watch Blade Runner 2049 as somebody who's never seen the original, and you could still watch it, enjoy it, and you
Harrison Ford doesn't. His character doesn't do that.
It does. Well, it tells you enough you need to know.
There's so many lovely Easter eggs in there, and there was Hark Back with Edward Olmos' character popped up in the and it's just what a great.
I think my only criticisms of it, which are not criticisms in the sense of that I don't like the movie or anything like that, but what make it not as compelling a movie as the original, is I think for example I don't think the baddies are as good.
Jared Leto's character was well acted and interesting, but the scenes weren't.
He overacted a bit, didn't he? Yeah. He got a little bit. He was chewing on scenery a bit too much.
And the scenes weren't like the scenes didn't have a defined beginning, middle, or end. He only had about 3 scenes, didn't he? And I don't know really what he was on about half the time.
No, exactly.
And the big reveal, and
and the I've forgotten her name, but
she was an ass kicking woman.
She was an ass kicker, but she was fully bad, wasn't there? There was no. Yeah. Whereas you look at the original Blade Runner, for me, when you actually watch that movie, he in some ways if you really think about it, you question, is he actually the hero of this story?
Roy Batty, what a character.
Is he actually the protagonist of this story? Because it does. That speech, it's some of the best dialogue in Hollywood. I think it's tremendous.
But she was good. She was a good baddie. If you want to see Ryan Gosling get kicked in the face 30 times in a row, watch this film.
And Ryan Gosling did a good performance.
And Villeneuve, the director, the hottest director in Hollywood, really, because his streak is just phenomenal. All the way from
he did Arrival, didn't he?
He did Arrival. He did that horrible one with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal, which is phenomenal.
Oh, Prisoners.
Yeah. He's on a run of form. Only he would stage the final fight in near darkness with rain swarming down. Only natural light. I say natural. There's nothing natural about a bloody car, a flying car, whatever it is. The light of a car reflects on the 2 people fighting. Only he could get away with that, and it's a phenomenal. It's not a showy ending.
I've got a quick question for you, and this is virginal spoiler. So if you haven't watched it,
you told everyone Logan died earlier.
Yeah, but Logan's been out longer. You had time now, and it's based on a comic series which is out there as well. So. No, Deckard in this version of Blade Runner 2049 is Deckard a replicant?
No,
he's not.
But his missus was, but he wasn't.
Yeah, so he's not. Fine. But it never really says that, does it? I know, but the reason I ask is because I know that fucking hell, I've lost his name. What's his name? Ryan Gosling. Yeah, his character is it Kay? Is his name Kay in it?
I think so.
And then he gets given a name, Joe, isn't it? Right. Joe by his holographic woman.
Oh.
He has a fight with an old man Deckard, and Deckard holds his own. Now, he's a replicant. Okay, he's a newer version of.
He don't really hold his own, does he? He gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, but remember the first movie? Deckard got pretty handily. Roy Batty was like.
Well, he can't become a replicant after not being one, can he?
Huh?
Because it's hinted at in the original Blade Runner that he's a replicant then, but he got his ass kicked by Roy Batty.
Yeah,
Unicorn dream and things.
True. So is he a different version of a replicant?
He's just not a replicant. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but this goes even the other way. What I'm saying is, if we say, okay, he's not a replicant, that's why he got beaten up by Roy Batty. How comes he was so handily, beaten up by Roy Batty, but then when he's 60 odd years old, he manages to beat Glenn.
He can't become one, can he? He can't become an old because his memory's aged as well.
Yeah, but what's what I'm saying? How was he able to beat up Ryan Gosling's character?
But he wouldn't have aged.
Doesn't make sense. I mean, Ryan Gosling was fighting against Batista. You know what I mean?
His ass too. Great fucking scene. That's loads of people said, "Oh, Blade Runner, we can't tell you what it's about. It would be a spoiler to tell you what it's about." I'm like, calm down. It's true because in the first 15 minutes you find out Ryan Gosling's actually really replicating. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Straight away.
Brilliant film, deserving number one, sci-fi number one, which is always nice to see. Will it be an Oscar nominee?
Yeah. Certainly for. I mean, I can't remember what the categories are, but
technical achievement.
If there's any sort of cinematography type.
Because it feels like a film. It feels like it could have been from the 80s.
The music was good on it. It's not as. I don't think it's as iconic as the original.
Can you do an impression of that?
Which one? The original.
Blade Runner, no, the new one.
It's sort of good. It's more like a.
Jesus.
It is there, isn't it? Like a
compared to the original, which goes.
The original was like.
I could do it all day.
And then it's a. I can't do the chimes, innit? It's like this sort of oriental type chimes, isn't it?
But no, it was a great film, and I think we're comfortable giving it number one. Crazy talk saying it should be number one, but I'll let you off for that. It was.
What was that?
It was nearly your number one.
Oh, I loved it though.
It was really good. But
it was really good.
Come on. So. But no, that's it. I mean, how do you round this off?
You round it off with.
The promise of more movie shit to come next year.
Now it's time to go watch many Christmas movies because it's that time of the year. Quickly, let's finish it quickly.
Yeah.
Favourite Christmas movie of all time? Top three.
My top three is National Lampoon's.
Yeah, it's Christmas Vacation.
Yep. Elf.
That's one of mine. Come on.
And
let's make it 3 for 3.
Don't give a fuck what you say. Love Actually.
Oh no! Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh shit! Yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol. Take out
Love Actually.
Take out
Love Actually. No, actually. End it there.
Take out National Lampoon's. Put Love Actually number 3. Put Muppets Christmas
Carol
number 1.
I'm out. I quit. GOG's over.
I ruined Christmas for everyone.
Merry Christmas. Peace and goodwill to all people that subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, only them.
Bye.